We've dumped the kids. They've gone. Whoop whoop. Gotta get a whoop whoop. Gym time. What do you say, baby? It's focusing on your face now.
Maybe I'll fix it.
Maybe you got prettier in the last 10 minutes. I'm focusing on my face now. What the hell's it doing? Vloggers' problems. There we go.
Right, whenever you're ready.
I've started already.
Oh.
Oh, I've started already. This is a plank off. See who wins. It's going to be a really boring video to watch, isn't it? What's happening? Nothing. I win. It was bound to happen. Quite frankly, I'd rather snap in half than give up. So these are rows. They're bent over 2-arm long bar rows, and the other end of this bar that you can't see is actually attached into the floor so it doesn't move, which makes it much easier than it wobbling about all over the place. So before I started these, and before the plank off as well actually, I did 3 minutes on the rowing machine just to warm up every single muscle in my body and get the blood pumping. This I've put on a 15 kilogram weight plate here, and this is a warm-up set, and in a minute you'll see me double the weight up to 30 kilograms and continue to row. So it's best to do about 4 sets of these with 15 reps each set. Here we go again. Really make sure that you're keeping that back straight. You don't want to hunch over at all, and really concentrate on moving both of those arms. That's my meal prep alarm. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. If you're interested in what I eat and to stay trim and what goes into my daily diet, then there is actually a meal prep segment on the end of this video as well, which I'm going to start adding in for you for every video. Next up are super wide assisted pull-ups. So when you do these really wide with your hands as far apart as possible, they're really going to sculpt those lats for you, and you're going to feel this the next day across your entire upper back, but specifically the lats and the back of the shoulders. It's a really excellent workout. Like I mentioned before, body weight exercises are so good for you and will really sculpt you very quickly. So after I've done my super wide pull-ups with about 15 reps to a set and 4 sets, I then move on to close grip pull-ups, as you can see here. And these are going to do more down the middle of the top of your back and your rhomboids. You want to aim for 3 sets of close grip pull-ups with around 15 reps per set. These are wide grip rows, and again you will really feel this in your lats. The lat is the muscle that runs down the side of your body, kind of from underneath your armpit down to your waist, and you really want to build this up to get that beautiful hourglass figure. You'll find these a lot harder than the close grip rows, so you may need to drop the weight somewhat and really concentrate on slowly pulling that weight towards you and releasing it back again. These are super wide pullovers, and you basically use a very wide bar. The wider the bar, the more you're going to be focusing on your lats. And you want to concentrate on pulling the bar down slowly and releasing it up again slowly, keeping the tension in the lats and down the back. You also need to keep your back straight with this. I know I keep going on about the back, but you do need to be careful, because when you start hunching over, that's when problems occur. If you notice, I'm bending slightly from my hips, but my back is not rounded. I'm not putting any pressure on that lower back. And I'm pulling that super wide bar down and concentrating on those lats. He's fatigued apparently, so we have to leave the gym early. We're not early. We've been there an hour. Oh, I didn't stop my stopwatch actually. Can I do it with my nose while I'm talking to you? Let's see. Yeah, I can. More great vlogging from the Williams. Yeah, it's chucking it with rain now, and I like to spend ages and ages in the gym. Well, at least like an hour and maybe a little bit more. But when you go with someone who's this grumpy and hairy, you have to leave when they want to leave if you're in their car. Next time we'll bring my car.
I wasn't grumpy. Just didn't want to say anymore. I'm done.
Young people these days just don't have a stamina, do you, darling? You got a good action there for shaking that up. Where did you learn that one?
A lot of practice.
Lots of practice before I come along. It's disgusting. I'm just going to show you my meal prep for tomorrow. So here, well, this is my meal for today. Some brown whole rice, very good for you. I'm doing legs later, so I'm going to get some carbs in there. I'm just putting some chopped spinach on that. Really great with this camera with one hand. I don't know how you've noticed. My spinach, I'm going to put a little bit of yellow pepper in there. And I have cooked my chicken over here. Look at this. Delicious. This has got a little bit of this seasoning, which I found the other day. I'm always into buying new seasonings and trying them out that are free from any kind of preservatives or salt or anything like that. They're good for you. So I do put a little bit of Himalayan salt on my food because it's not as bad for you, and salt's nice, isn't it? Just a little smidgen is fine. So I've also got some sweet potatoes going on in here as well, look. So that's my meal prep. I like to cook stuff in bulk, you know, get my sweet potatoes done, do a big pot of brown rice, cook a few pieces of chicken at once, because then I know that I've got food in the fridge which I can eat, which is healthy, and it's not going to tempt me to snack on naughty things. If you know you've got to wait like half an hour for your food to cook, your healthy food, and there's lots of nice snacks about because you have children, then it makes life very, very difficult. So I find cooking in bulk really, really helps. So I'll show you in a little while when I put these into my Tupperware boxes ready for tomorrow and the next day. For now, I'm going to have my lunch. I'm halfway through writing my column and I've been meal prepping at the same time, multitasking. So this is what I've got for tomorrow. Well, these are for 2 days and I'll probably eat them in 2 halves as well. So I've got my sweet potato under there, that's some chopped baby spinach, orange peppers and cherry tomatoes, and I will probably stick a splash of soy sauce in there, but not too much because it can be quite salty. And then I've got these, which will probably do me for dinner for 2 or 3 days even. And that's if the kids don't get hold of them. And I'll also take some fruit and some of my... These are my naughty treats, my Kalo caramel rice cakes. Can't live without them, I'm afraid. They're even better with peanut butter on them. But I try to only do that once a day. It's painful. I really, really love organic peanut butter. Oh, this is delish. This is my one. Whole earth crunchy peanut butter. I could, if calories were not an issue, I could do a whole jar in yeah, a few hours I reckon. So I need to restrict myself.